Hello, everyone. This is Riley Strand, and this is part of his astrology chart that we're going to be trying to break down. I just wanted to try to take a quick peek, try to take a look, and see if I could see anything that stood out to me in his astrology. I don't know if you guys remember that I have mentioned in the past before. This is really pulling at my heartstrings. I have a son that is 23 years old. You know, my son is very independent. My son moved out when he was my son moved out when he was actually turned 19. He just turned 19 and he moved out. He got his own apartment. He got his own place. He's always been able to keep a job. He worked. He pays his own bills. He's paying his own way through college. We have a trust fund set up for him that he will inherit when he's 24. So he'll be able to pay for that through the trust fund that we have set up for him. So he'll be able to take money out of that for, to finish paying off college. So, this hits home to me because I have a son really close to the same age. My son looks just like Cillian Murphy. He's got that blonde hair. I don't know if you've ever seen Cillian Murphy. He played in the Peaky Blinders. My son looks like a young Cillian Murphy. We're very Irish here, okay? We look Irish, we're very Irish. So, this just, I don't know, it just tugged at my heartstrings seeing this boy. Because I could see my son in the same position, and I would hope that his friends would never leave him if he was stumbling around like that and just send him out in the city streets. I really would hope that they wouldn't do that to him. But you just never know. This could be any one of our sons. This could be any one of our daughters, So let's just take a peek at the astrology and see what it says. Okay, so we're dealing with the 15 degrees of Scorpio ruling the AC line, which rules our victim. That lets me know immediately that we're dealing with very scorpionic energy. Scorpio on a crime chart, it rules, unfortunately, it does rule death, or it can rule that our victim is under some type of pressure or some type of conflict, tremendous stress, okay? So it just lets us know if you're at a 15 degree of anything on your chart and it's close to the AC line, or even in your natal chart. If you're a 15 degree Cancer, you're really a Cancer. If you're a 15 degree Scorpio, you're really taking on the full effects of Scorpio. Like Missy from Forensic Astrology, I believe she's a 15 degree of Libra. So she really takes on the characteristics of Libra. It's why she's very balanced and why she always looks at both sides of everything. She's always weighing the scales of everything she does. So if you're 15 degrees of anything on your natal chart, you're really tuned in and honed in to that part of your sign. So on a crime chart, this lets me know that I'm really dealing with some dark Scorpion energy. Scorpio is dark. It rules the house of death, transformation, death and rebirth, right? It also rules basements. It also rules dark and dingy places that can be stinky, places that can be muddy, wet and dark. So it can also be where there's sewer runoff, septic tanks, sewers, sewer drains, things like that. And it is a water sign. So off the bat, our victim is showing up in a water sign. And there's been a lot of rumors that he may have fallen into the river. So the other part of the chart that's ruling the opposite side is Taurus. So, sorry, my dog's next to me and she's snoring. She's really loud. She's having a dream. She's kicking the bed, moving the bed, and she's really loud snoring. So that's what you'll hear. So Taurus is another aspect of the chart that's important. It is ruling the DC line, and that is also at a 15 degrees. So we're really dealing with Taurus energy as far as an open enemy to Riley, okay? So what does Taurus rule? It rules possessions. It rules your money, something that belongs to him, something that maybe somebody wanted, a piece of his property. Maybe they wanted his cell phone. Maybe they wanted his wallet, okay? That rules the second house. So usually in crime charts, when we're dealing with children, or sometimes with even men can be human trafficked, okay? I mean, girls can be, children can be human trafficked, women can be human trafficked, and so can boys. So, I mean, I'm hoping that that's not just that's what it is, but I need to let you know as well, sometimes in crime charts, a person no longer looks human to the attacker. They are looked at not human, they are looked at as a possession, or that there's a possession that our victim has that our possible killer would want. So, off the bat, we're dealing with scorpionic energy, which isn't good. We're also dealing with Algol hangs out in Taurus, okay? Algol is at a degree in Taurus. He's always hanging out in Taurus. That's not good either. So, which can be an injury to the head, injuries to the neck or the head. And just people not being good, taking something from you, wanting something from you. So Algol is the eye of Medusa, right? We know that Neptune raped Medusa, so we look at Algol sometimes with sexual assault, but sometimes we look at it as somebody wants something from you. Somebody wants to take something that belongs to you, whether it be your virginity or whether it be your wallet or your cell phone, okay? So we're kind of dancing around Algol territory when Algol shows up. When Taurus shows up on the DC line, my spidey senses are always up because I don't like Algol, okay? He's not good. He sucks in a crime chart. He just sucks, okay? So now my dog's shaking, so I'm sorry. So at the fourth house is considered in the womb and in the tomb. So let's break that apart as well. So the fourth house, the womb and in the tomb. Sorry, my daughter's playing a video game. If it's not the dog, it's my daughter. I'm sorry for the background noise. It's the weekend, it's Sunday. Everybody's home, okay? Okay, so the end of the matter is the fourth house. The first house rules the victim, and the AC line rules the victim. The fourth house tells us how's it going to turn out for our victim. The seventh house rules the killer. The open enemy to our victim are the event that's happening to our victim that's harmful to our victim, okay? Like if it was a war or a storm, that's where I would look in the seventh house as well, okay? A tornado coming, I would look at the seventh house. What is the open enemy to my victim? That's the seventh house, okay? And the DC line gives a description of what our enemy is to our victim. Okay. Also want to go over some mile markers with all of you as well. Now, I learned this from watching Kirsty McIntosh. So, the AC line, the DC line are mile markers as well, but we really want to look at the IC line, which is the line that is right next to the fourth house. I believe it shows 2.3. My eyesight is really bad. I think it's 2.3. 2.3 or 2.6. I'm sure it's 2.3. So when I chart him out, that is a mile marker that I would look for. So that could be 2 miles away, 2.3 miles away. Our victim is showing up in Mars, okay? So Mars is the ancient planet of Scorpio. I know you're probably thinking Scorpio is ruled by Pluto, but it is not on a crime chart. On a crime chart, we have to go back to the ancient planets. The ancient ruler of Mars the ancient ruler of Scorpio is Mars, okay? Mars is an aggressive planet. It rules aggression. It rules arguing, anger. It also rules passion, crimes of passion. Also rules aggression. His spear and his shield is represented by that circle and the arrow. The arrow is his spear. The circle is his shield. That's what his sign means. It also means a male, that we're dealing with masculine energy. So Mars is showing up in Aquarius. That can mean an explosion. That can also mean like an accident of some sort, some type of bizarre freak accident, okay? Something sudden and unexpected, something that's sharp, because that arrow pierces the skin. It also rules guns. It also rules knives. It also rules things that are sharp, anything that can cut open the skin. It also can rule scrapes and bruises, okay? Many cuts and scrapes over the body. I know this is probably hard to hear, and we don't want to think of our victim like that, but I need to tell you all of it. I need to tell you everything that these planets can represent and what they can bring forward. Mars does rule vehicles and head-on collisions. Aquarius says that he's in his local area. He's in his local community. That he's with friends, okay? Aquarius rules your friends. It rules your friend groups. And then the fourth house, and the third house also rules your local area as well. You're walking around your local neighborhood. He's also, the third house lets us know that he's with siblings. Now, you wouldn't think of college friends as siblings, but when we're dealing with fraternity brothers, yes, they are considered siblings in a crime chart. Sagittarius is on the first house as well. That means that we are dealing with college friends, frat brothers specifically, which is why we're dancing around the third house. I also need to tell you that Mars can rule the bladder. Maybe our victim had an accident when he was trying to relieve himself. It does rule the sex organs. Pluto and Mars, it rules your privates, your penis, your vagina, things like that. And Mars does rule the bladder and the uterus. So, could he have had something happen to him? Could somebody have robbed him when he was trying to relieve himself? These are all things that I'm thinking of. It's a possibility. With Taurus ruling our open enemy, it rules I have. I own, I want, it belongs to me, right? Could our victim have had a robbery that went wrong? Could he have been relieving himself? He was caught off guard and then he got robbed. Could it be a robbery that went wrong? Or could he have had an accident with the Uranus in the seventh house, that there is some unexpected event? I have Pisces showing up, meaning that he is intoxicated. He is could have been poisoned. He could have been drugged. The Pisces, it rules pills, okay? And with Pisces ruling Saturn, and Saturn rules your DNA, Saturn rules your teeth, your hair, your skin, your muscles, your blood, your tissue, your whole body, okay? That's Saturn. Mars rules your whole body as well, your appearance, the way that you look. Now, with Saturn showing up in Pisces, I can't help but think that possibly his body is in water, okay? Also, it rules doing things illegal, something that is secret, right? If somebody's drugging you, that's doing something that's secret, it's hidden. Pisces rules escape, things that are hidden, release, being knocked unconscious. When Neptune was discovered, that's when we had anesthesia discovered, okay? It's when we were able to develop photography as well. So in the fourth house, it's in the fifth house, showing that he's out partying, he's with friends, he's with college frat students, that he's near water, okay? That he could definitely be in water. The fact that the seventh house is showing up in Taurus could be that somebody wanted his shoes, somebody wanted his cell phone, somebody wanted his wallet, somebody wanted something that belonged to him. With him showing up in the first house of the eighth, which rules the eighth house, which rules death, other people's money. Could somebody have wanted his money, okay? Looking at him as a college student, meaning that he's, in a college town and a college student, and he's an easy target. That's, could he have been drugged so they could rob him later? Is this something that they do often? They drug you and then they rob you, right? So, these are just all things that I'm thinking of. it doesn't look good. I'm going to say that. So, I mean, he could be 2.3 miles away, 23 yards away, 23 feet away from the last location that he was seen. With Saturn in Pisces, I just can't help but think that his body would probably be in water. His planet Mars is showing up in Aquarius, which rules fresh waterways. It rules septic tanks, sewers, man-made waterways as well. So don't ignore man-made waterways as well, meaning that if there's like a sewer drain runoff, or where there's like rocks where like a fresh spring goes down, or if there's a dam, anything like that, anything where there's fresh water running through it, any type of water of movement, and water runs through the sewers. That's why Aquarius rules caves and sewers, especially if the cave has water in it, things like that, okay? So think of septic tanks, sewers, drainage ditches. That's all Aquarius, and rivers. Scorpio rules kind of the gross part of a river, the swampy area of a pond. That rules Scorpio. But again, I'm having a lot of places in his chart that rule water or rule waterways. Okay, so I just wanted to share all of this with all of you. Please keep him in your prayers. Keep praying for his family, that we will find him soon. If one of the other astrologers don't go ahead and map him out, I will try to go ahead and map him out. I'm going to give it another day or two. I'm really hoping that they will find him. If we don't have any answers soon, I will try to go ahead and map him out as well. I am also working on Summer Wells's maps as well. I know that you guys asked me to work on people. I have a list going, and I'm always working on Summer. I have never stopped working on Summer, and then I take a break from Summer, and then I go, when somebody new comes in, I'll work on them, and then I go back to Summer. So, yes, I haven't, I know that you guys have asked me to look at some cold cases, and I will be doing that as well. It just takes me a lot longer. It takes me time, okay? Please keep him in your prayers and pray for his family that we'll find him soon. God bless you all. Take care. Bye-bye now.